the biggest I've ever seen Perk smile, truthfully. Pacers visiting the Knicks, Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Home team 110-35 in Game 7s, excluding the bubble. Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, both available for New York. Of course, as always, Spike Lee in attendance. Mid-first quarter, Pacers lead by 2. Miles Turner to Pascal Siakam. Drains the triple. Siakam 11 first quarter points. Pacers lead by 5. Minute later, Knicks trail by 3. Dante DiVincenzo gets the rim, but he's fouled. Tyrese Halliburton doesn't agree with the call, wants to challenge it. Siakam attempts to buy Indiana some time to challenge it. DiVincenzo takes exception, pushes Siakam. So we're chippy early on. Both Siakam and DiVincenzo would both be called for techs. Now 3 minutes left in the quarter. Pacers up by 4. Halliburton pump fakes, knocks down the turnaround jumper, and then the too small gesture, of course. Next Indiana possession, same score. Watch Halliburton on the wing, buries the triple. Halliburton feeling it, and he would not slow down. Here he is again. Next Indiana possession, same score. There he is. Relocates, drains another 3. Pacers now lead by 12. 1 minute left in the first quarter. Pacers again by 12. Halliburton steps back. You know it's going in. 25 feet, doesn't matter. Same spot, same result. Pacers led 39-27 after 1. You saw the first half of the century. Here's why. Because the Pacers could not be stopped. Look at him. Down low, under the rim is Isaiah Jackson for 2. Pacers lead by 22, and then again, Halliburton kicks it to Turner, misses, cleans up his own miss. Pacers led 70-55 at the break. They shot over 76% in the first half. Early third quarter now, Knicks trail by 13. Miles McBride hesitates, get to the rim for 2, and now the Knicks only trail by 11. 1 minute later, Knicks still down 11. Jalen Brunson steps back off the screen, drains the triple. They cut the lead to 8. What? Here come the Knicks. Later in the quarter, though, Pacers by 10. Halliburton steals it from Brunson, races down the court, finishes. But watch Brunson because he does swipe at the ball but makes contact with Halliburton's knee and tries to block it away, holding his hand on the bench. More on that in a minute. Under 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Pacers lead by 10. Aaron Nesmith pump fakes, drains the mid-range jumper. Pacers lead by 12 again. Ensuing Knicks possession, miscommunication on the inbound by New York. McConnell steals it, kicks it to Nesmith, finishes through contact, gets the and 1. But during the free throw, watch Brunson, he's going to leave. Head to the locker room, would be diagnosed with a fractured left hand and not return. He finished with 17 points. There's Halliburton again. Downhill, relocates behind the arc for 3. Pacers lead 101-84 through 3. Fourth quarter. Siakam isolates, drains the jumper. He had 20. Pacers lead by 17, and now it feels a little out of reach, doesn't it? Halliburton drives right, finishes through contact, gets the and 1, a casual high 5. People are disappointed, but not the Indiana Pacers.
I just told our team, when you win a Game 7 in Madison Square Garden, you've made history. It's very, very difficult to do. This is the most raucous crowd in the NBA that I've seen. And we're going to Boston, and Boston's up there too. But this group really, when things get tough, got tough today, they just problem solved their way through it and really kept the energy from within. So I'm really happy for them.
For me, just aggression is not shots. It's just getting 2 feet in the paint. I know it's like an old school way of thinking, but the more that I can get downhill, it opens up everything for everybody else. So I knew, today's Game 7, unload the clip, have no regrets, because I would hate to, be pissed all summer about not shooting the ball today. So, for me, it was just about coming out playing the right way. We expected to be here. This ain't a surprise for us. It's no fluke. We expect this from our group, and then once we added P, we knew that we could really take off. So it doesn't really matter what anybody thinks, except for the people in our travel party, 70, 80 people who come, because I don't think anybody here picked the Pacers to win the series, but it happened.
I have picture proof.
Yeah, the Pacers, they silenced the MSG crowd, moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals after shooting over 67% from the field. That is the highest shooting percentage in a playoff game in NBA history. They passed the 1990 Celtics, who also did it against the Knicks. Speaking of the Knicks, here's Josh Hart after the game on his heart.
It's tough. Wasn't in the cards for us, but like I said, we didn't quit. We didn't make excuses. We battled, and hopefully New York can be proud of that, and be hopeful for us to come.
knowing that they gave best effort all year long, I could live with the result. You know, like, it's disappointing. In the end, there's going to only be one happy team. You know, everyone falls short. 29 teams will fall short. This team fought like crazy. I think in many ways they exceeded everyone's expectations, except probably our own. We wanted to keep going, you know. So we always had to believe that we had enough.
I love the fact of how we fought night in and night out. And I love this group of guys that we have. And definitely proud of what we were able to do this year and proud of how we fought night in and night out. And obviously the outcome is not what we wanted, but the way we fought, man, it's awesome.
So the Knicks failed to reach the Eastern Conference Finals yet again. They haven't made it there since 2000, which marks the third longest active drought in the NBA behind only the Wizards and the Hornets. And Perk, the Indiana Pacers take down an injury-laden Knicks team. After the game, Tibbs said really they had nothing left to give, and that was obvious. But Indiana was also just lights out. What did you take away from their dominating performance?
Well, to me, it was just the youth of this Pacer team responding to their head coach and Rick Carlisle, who called them out publicly throughout this series multiple times. And when you see a team respond like that in great fashion, especially from a physicality standpoint, it was a beautiful thing to see. I thought Nesmith did an excellent job on Jalen Brunson being physical, picking them up full court. TJ McConnell was spectacular this entire series. And then you add a championship caliber player, well, a champion, and Pascal Siakam to come in and set the tone. And then Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner, they just followed and everybody followed suit. It was a beautiful thing to see with the Pacers. I mean, they answered the call to their head coach and they responded in great fashion.
Well, they're going to need to bring that physicality because now they have a date with the Boston Celtics, obviously a team that you're very familiar with. So as we turn the page now to the Eastern Conference Finals, what do you see?
Well, I damn sure don't see the Celtics bringing any roses to this date, whether it's a dinner or whatever. They're not bringing any champagne. And look, this is a different series. We watched the Indiana Pacers where they were able to load up on Jalen Brunson because he didn't have another all-star caliber player on the side of him. But now we're watching the Boston Celtics where they have multiple all-star caliber players. You have to defend all five positions when it comes down to the Celtics. They like to space you and they love to operate. So they're going to be tested on both ends of the floor because we know that the Celtics, they're the best team in the Eastern Conference. They're one of the better teams defensively in the league. And so now the Pacers got to switch gears. They only have a day turnaround to get their mindset right for the Boston Celtics. It's definitely going to be a challenge.
And they need to find a way to contain Tatum. He's averaged 30, 10, and 5 in 4 games against the Pacers this season. Kendrick Perkins, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's recap the regular season between these two. We'll pick it up back in November 1st of last year. Pacers didn't have Tyrese Halliburton. He was injured. Remember that. Celtics just dominated this game. Jason Tatum had 30 and 12. Derek White had 18. Jaylen Brown added another 16. Celtics won it 155-105. That was a whooping. Most by a Celtics team since 1958-59.
They played again in December. This was the in-season tournament.
Okay.
Remember that? The NBA Cup. Halliburton played in this one, and he was really good. The Lakers, by the way, are the NBA Cup champions, even though they're not in the tournament. Halliburton, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, his first career triple-double. The Pacers knocking the Celtics out of the in-season tournament. That's December. It feels like higher stakes in May. I don't know how you feel about that, but like, if you're like, okay, you beat us in the NBA Cup, but we got you in the conference finals, that seems like a bigger chip.
Let's go back to January. Earlier this year, another big win for the Celtics, another big game by Tatum and Brown. Both of those guys knocked down big shots. Both went for over 30. In fact, Tatum, 38. Brown, highest paid player in the NBA, 31. And the Celtics won it by 17, 118-101.
We go back and forth. They seem to be trading how things are going to go in this one. They finally finished that up. January 8th, 2024. It's just 2 days later. They got right after it. And Halliburton goes down, hamstring injury. So, like, if he's available, they seem to be better. Carried the man off the court. As we saw tonight, he is in good health and ready to go. On the other side, Jaylen Brown, OJB, off the glass, 40 points. Had the Celtics in the game late. Final seconds were tied at 131. Benedict Mathurin pulls up for the shot, fouled by the Zinger. Got to shoot 3 free throws, drains a couple of them. And the Pacers, 6 seconds left. They win it, 133-131.
And then on the 30th, final regular season meeting between these two, Tatum again dominated. He had 30. 2 clutch blocks, too, in the final seconds of this one. Celtics win it 129-124. And, of course, now these two will face off for a trip to the NBA Finals. First time that these guys have met each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. Indiana faces a serious uphill battle in the Eastern Conference Final matchup against the Seas because, according to ESPN Bet, the Seas open as a minus 1,400 to represent the East in the Finals. That is the second largest favorite in conference finals over the last 35 seasons, trailing only Michael Jordan's Bulls in 1997.